Hey, what is up guys? And today we're going to be doing something very interesting indeed. So we're turning ourselves into a stealing creation bot to either number one, show you how you can play stealing creation, or number two, show you guys what exactly my bot looks like when it's playing stealing creation. So it's pretty interesting to see like how does their AI work, how do they think. But so as you can see, they gather a class 1 clay, they make this class 1 hatchet, as you can see, then they go to this tree class 4, and now they're going to make a class 4 tool. So for those of you learning how to play stealing creation, I will explain that in a little bit, but first I will explain why do you want to play stealing creation in the first place. Well, whether or not you're an Iron Man, you can get yourself tons of experience in this minigame for almost every single skill in the entire game. So like 19 skills I believe can be trained in this minigame, and you guys can get yourself skilling rocks, skilling pets as well. Now you cannot use a pendant, a double XP pendant in here, but you guys can get yourself some pretty easy experience for skills that are hard to train. Like for example, construction, hard to train. Also summoning, very difficult to train. I would train that in here, especially if you're an ultimate Iron Man as well. But yeah, anyways guys, so my bot, as you guys can see, it's looking for class 4 and or class 5. So once it gets that, it will make a tool which should be like a class 4 and or class 5 harpoon. Now you guys are probably wondering how these classes work. So class 1 is actually level 1, class 2 is level 20, class 3 is level 40, class 4 is level 60, and class 5 is level 80. So it kind of goes from level 1 to level 80, and the higher the classes, the higher the level is. So just see like what you're capable of. Basically try and go for the highest class possible, because that is of course the most experience, and that will get you the most points in the game. And as you guys can see, I'm at this pool right now without any tool, without any harpoon for the pool. So if you guys are at a certain class 4 or class 5 resource, you're not going to be able to easily get that clay if you don't have the harpoon. It's going to take you a few minutes. So be sure that you have at least a class 1 or class 2 harpoon to gather, like, you know, a little bit higher class. And then once you've got yourself a class 4 or class 5, then you simply make yourself class 4 and class 5 tools. So basically here's how you're supposed to properly play the game. There's like a fun way to play the game, and there's a proper way. So the proper way is to get the clay, the class 5 clay like I have here, make the tool like the harpoon, keep filling up your inventory with class 5 clay, and as you keep filling it up with that, you will keep making a stackable item. So you want to keep making like arrows or ruins or whatever, and then you put the arrows or ruins, you can put those into your familiar. Now what you're going to do with your familiar is actually deposit the familiar items. So you want to use your familiar special attack, and that will deposit the items to your team's base and give your team points. So the way that you win is actually by having a lot of points on your team, and then basically that's the majority of how the game works. So as you guys can see, I just went through a bubble, which I'll explain that bubble really quickly. So that bubble that you guys saw me in was like an area where you can run to if you're being attacked. You can basically hide in there. It's a pretty good place to hide. But yeah, so as you guys can just watch my bot for a little bit, make clay, or no, gather clay, then make items, then make more items, keep gathering clay, just keep doing that in a cycle. Now, here are a few things to watch out for. Stay away from people that are obviously on the other team. Do not attack them because they will attack you, and be careful because there's lots of dogpiling in this game. They will all attack you at once possibly. So it looks like right now someone just attacked me and my teammate, I believe, and since I don't have any weapons or armor, he's probably going to destroy me, but I do protect like 3 or 4 items, so that's good for me, I guess. Now, sometimes the bots do pretty good. How you doing? That's kind of funny. But sometimes the bots do pretty good and they like actually gather clay. It looks like we've been like 6 or 7 minutes into the game and we have done a horrible job at gathering clay for our team, but hopefully we get it all figured out. You know, I'm rooting for my bot here, but he's doing a real bad job. But anyways guys, so what are more tips I have? Be sure to always have food and prayer. Like be sure to have like 5 pieces of food, I'd say that's a safe amount. And then stay away from the enemy. Yeah, I already said stay away from the enemy team. PKing is fun. So yeah, basically there's 2 ways to play this minigame. Gather the clay, deposit the clay, try and win for your team, or otherwise if you want to have fun, just play this minigame for fun. Now what I see a lot of people do is yeah, they PK for fun, but they usually wait till the end of the game to to do that. So you get yourself 20,000 or 30,000 points. As you guys can see, the individual score in the top left corner. Get yourself a certain number of points to get yourself, you know, enough to get yourself the reward at the reward shop. But then once you're finished with getting those points, usually people go and just PK the other team. But from what I can tell, people usually don't go for the reward shop too much. They just kind of come in here to get skilling experience. So I bet the majority of you probably won't come in here to PvP. Like, if you wanted to, you could probably PvP at Edgeville and actually get, you know, real money, real GP. But honestly, if you're just looking to kind of chill or PK, dude, PKing in this minigame is so much fun because people in this minigame have one item or like less. Sometimes they have literally nothing on them and no food. So they're totally vulnerable and they're just trying to gather their first piece of clay so they can like make all these items that you see. But like, you can go for these vulnerable people and kill them over and over. And that's just like the fun of stealing creation, to be honest. You can also go for people and have like a 1v1 where you're like, you know, you're bridding the other person. You can get in a brid fight. You can just, you know, that's kind of fun as well, but not quite as fun as killing like tons and tons of vulnerable people that have no chance of whatsoever killing you. But I've basically gone all over my tips that I have in my list, but now we're just going to be taking a look at what my bot does, since my bot has actually started making items, which is good. So it's been making arrows like I recommended. We want to make some arrows and then put them into the familiar, which hopefully I will do soon. Let's see what my bot does next. Oh, by the way, guys, you see this barrier right here? You can actually make barriers for construction, like I said, and I don't remember if you get experience for building them or not, but yeah, they're kind of annoying. I don't think I would recommend them. They kind of get in the way, in my opinion, and make training slower. Like, imagine if there was a barrier at the kiln and a barrier at this tree. You would have to cross that barrier twice just to be able to get back and forth. So it is pretty annoying to do that over and over and over again. But yeah, basically my bot is over here gathering clay, just like a good little clay gatherer. It's getting itself some arrows made here. 105, that's actually not that many, but he will probably make some more. Oh, it looks like he actually deposited them, which is pretty good. He's got a really low individual score right now, like 5,000. Usually you could be at like probably 30,000 halfway through the game, actually. If you're doing the most clay depositing and gathering and whatever, you can get probably a 60,000 score by the end of the entire game. So my score right now is super low. And as you guys can see, my bot has quite a bit of food. Usually they only have 5 food, and then mine has 10. So what that probably means is that I'm going to eventually make some armor and weapons, and I'm eventually going to go over and like attack some of the enemy team, because that's what the more food means, is that I'm like a combative bot, basically. It looks like I've actually deposited more arrows. I guess I didn't even see that I had more, but it looks like we're making more arrows. I guess we're not getting ready to fight quite yet. We're actually waiting until we find someone. I think what the bot does is it waits until there's an enemy nearby, and then it like goes and attacks them. It looks like I have a bow but literally no armor, so that's a little bit of a bug, because at least I think it is. I think he's supposed to make armor, but he's just going out there totally nude. But oh, looks like I actually wore some of my arrows here. Class 3, that seems a little bit low. Probably want to switch those out with class 4 clay bot, but you know, you do what you want to do, I guess. Wait a minute, am I making class 3 arrows from class 4 clay? All right, so we found like another bug already. Let's see this really quick. We're legitimately making class 3 arrows out of class 4 clay. I don't know if that's like a bug that will happen to you guys, but I'm gonna write that in my to-do list really quick. That's obviously something that's broken, but yeah, hopefully we can get ourselves into a little bit of a fight, a scruffle, if you will, and we will. Is it scruffle or is it scuffle? But anyways, yeah, we're just doing what we do best, I guess. All right, looks like something interesting is happening. So our team has found like a scout or someone who's coming over here to start a fight, which is excellent for us, because now I think we already killed him. Is he dead already? We already killed him. All right, excellent. So yeah, as you can see, there's just tons of my team here right now, probably more than last time. Jesus, there's probably like at least five people here. There's got to be like probably 10 people at this one singular tree. But if one enemy team guy comes over here, he's going to get totally destroyed, because he's going to come over here, one of us is going to attack him. By the time one of us attacks him, all of us are on him, or at least a few. And once it's like 2v1, you know, maybe that's not too unfair, but once it's a 3v1, basically the other dude is guaranteed to be dead. Like, he can eat all his food, but yeah, one thing the bots do not do, they do not back down. They do not run away. So if you guys are attacking someone, they do not know how to get themselves hiding in that bubble. They do not know how to run to their base to run away. They're very bad at all those things, so, you know, go ahead and kill them. It's quite easy to actually kill them if they don't have food in their inventory, of course. Wow. Anyways, guys, this is basically how you play Stealing Creation. Peace out. Just kidding, guys. We actually forgot to pick the winner of last video. The winner of last video is Sweaty Whale. So congratulations. You won yourself 20 Death Touch Arts and 5 billion coins. By the way, guys, be sure to like and comment on the videos. And also, if you want to see more of these bot videos, let me know. I can turn myself into a Castle Wars bot, PvP bot, or any other bot in the game. But anyway, guys, peace out.